My name's Chantal Vincent, and today we're going to look at negative spaces. So you may have heard of using negative space before for your drawing and how to use it to check your accuracy. But today I'm actually just going to focus on a few areas of negative space to help identify where those spaces are and how to use them in creating a drawing. So I'll be using the Faber-Castell graphite pencils, 2B, 4B, 6B, and also this eraser that is for the graphite as well. So let's have a look at our mousse. The inspiration picture today is from Kate and her cat. I've chosen this one because there's some nice strong shapes here and high contrast between the background and Kate and her hair and the black cat. So as a suggestion, I will show you how to find the negative space here of the background and also of side of Kate's face and the space here between her brow and her eyelid, and then just looking at the whites of her eyes. So I've actually put these onto Procreate and just to block out the shapes for you. So I'll show you that now. I'm going to try and simplify this as much as possible. So normally we would draw the outline of the hair and the face looking at what we call the positive space. So you would draw her hairline by looking at her hair and thinking about where does the edge of the hair finish and draw that line. This negative space is the red area here, and so for drawing the first lot of negative space on our picture, try and think of drawing the outline of the red space around the edge of her head and around the edge of the cat. Then we'll try the edge of the blue shape of her hair. Now in some areas, if you were looking at this shape altogether, it has positive and negative space. So the positive area would be where it meets the red, where we're talking about doing the outline of the hair. But for the purpose of this, we're going to look at it for this outline here, where you would think perhaps that the outside of the face and the cheekbone here would be the positive space. So instead of looking at the positive space, we're going to try and look for the yellow line in terms of the edge of the blue space. So I hope that helps to clarify that area. And then the next area is the area between the brow and the lid. So I've added in just, again, the lines to focus on would be to visualize the green area on your picture. So the area between the eyelid, top of the eyelid, and the bottom of the brow, and then drawing these lines, thinking of that shape instead of the actual brow shape. So the idea of this is that you'd be using both positive and negative space, but I just really try and focus on using these lines, these areas, to help guide you for the accuracy of where you put your positive and your negative spaces. So you might like to try and draw your negative space first and then think of it in a positive way and then check the accuracy that way. But this is just to try and help you learn how to compare your positive and negative spaces when you've drawn a picture, and if you're trying to pick up something that looks incorrect, you might find that using a view of positive or negative space can help you pick up where the error is. So feel free to use as much or as little of this on the portrait, and then continue on. You can either enhance some of your inaccuracies that you've made, or just go ahead and correct them if you feel that's what you want to do today. Okay, so good luck with that, and I look forward to seeing these pictures. So here's my finished portrait for the day. I've tried to enhance the shapes that I used from when I drew the negative spaces, and added lots of texture in with the cat fur, and tried to keep the cat's face angled upwards because it's a nice balance, I think, of Kate looking downwards. So I hope you enjoyed experimenting with the negative spaces, and it maybe gave you a different outcome to what you have been getting when you just focus on the positive spaces for your drawings.